Wow. Okay, so for the past few months, Facebook has been an absolute cesspool of division and anger and frustration and hatred, and so I have just stayed out of it. So I apologize that there has not been a video for a few weeks, but I have just not wanted to participate in much social media, and I'm sure you feel the same way, or at least understand. So this video, I just wanted to break my silence and talk about something completely irrelevant to today's society, but it's the issue of restaurants that you used to love and used to eat at, and something happened and you don't do it anymore. For example, when I was a kid, we used to eat at Boston Market fairly often. So I grew up in the Northeast in Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half north of Philadelphia, and we ate at Boston Market. It was big family, easy to feed, get a chicken with some sides, some mac and cheese, all that stuff, and it was great for a big family. And so we would get it every once in a while, but one time we got a family meal deal with the full roast chicken, all the sides and everything, and my dad sets up the chicken and starts to carve it, and the chicken is like raw underneath the skin, like nasty, raw, gooey, gummy, jello looking chicken. It was gross. And from that day on, we never ate at Boston Market again. Growing up, I thought that was silly. One bad chicken, one bad incident. Dad, come on, forgive them. I love Boston Market's mac and cheese. Dad, can we please go back? Nope. And he would refuse, and we never, still, I think maybe one time in the past 15 years have I eaten again at Boston Market. And so this one bad experience completely derailed my family from ever eating Boston Market again. And I thought that was silly until something similar. Now, let me put this in context. This didn't actually happen to me, but I love Arby's. I love Arby's, or I used to love Arby's. And Arby's, there's just something about cheddar cheese, roast beef on their little onion bun. Oh gosh, Arby's is so good. Even the curly fries, the mozzarella sticks, those little potato cake things, milkshakes. It's incredible fast food. But I read an article about 3.5 years ago, and I stopped eating Arby's after this. And I'm not trying to deter anyone from eating Arby's. But what I read about was a lady, I believe it was in an Ohio Arby's. I'm going to have to find the article for you. But a lady was slicing beef with the slicer. They have the roast beef. She's slicing beef for the sandwiches, and she slices off a piece of her finger. Gets caught in the slicer. Okay, that's understandable. Like, I get it. Stuff happens. That's horrible. The finger was repairable, but a piece of her finger was sliced off in the pile of meat. She goes to clean herself up. Yeah, if you're tracking with me, she goes to clean herself up, and another employee sees a freshly sliced pile of meat, grabs it, and starts making sandwiches with it, and ends up serving the sliced off finger with the fingernail to a customer, a 14-year-old kid, in their sandwich. Oh, it just makes me sick thinking about it. But at that moment, I stopped eating at Arby's. It hadn't even happened to me. I just was so repulsed, so disgusted, that I stopped eating Arby's, and I haven't had it since. And it's been, I think, almost 4 years since that story came out. So what are the places that has something like this happened to you in a restaurant, or have you read about something like this and you just can't stomach the idea of it anymore? I want to know. I want to talk about it. I thought for my first video back in a while, we would just have a lighthearted discussion about nasty experiences at fast food places. What's yours? What has happened to you that has messed you up, or something in your family, or a story you read that has changed the way you eat at a certain fast food place? Comment. I would love to hear about it and get grossed out along with you.